What's up, guys? I didn't upload a video yesterday, so I figured I'd do two today. So I've already uploaded an unboxing video, so I figured I'd do a deck profile on Monarchs. So Monarchs are kind of interesting. They don't use an extra deck most of the time. There are variants, but the main Monarchs don't use an extra deck. They're based on special summoning a bunch of low-level monsters and tributing them to summon these big guys. So to start off, playing 3 Aether, the Heavenly Monarch. What she does is she can, when she's tribute summoned, you can special summon another Monarch from your deck, but it's returned to your hand during the end phase, and she can also be summoned during your opponent's turn if you send like a Monarch spell or trap card from your hand to the graveyard. And then we got standard 3 Erebus, the Underworld Monarch. What he does is when he's tribute summoned, you can send 2 Monarch spell trap cards, I think, from your deck to the graveyard, and then shuffle 1 card your opponent controls into the deck, or from their hand or graveyard. So it's pretty good. If your opponent's got an annoying card, you can shuffle it into the deck, and it also affects cards that can't be destroyed. Then we got 1 Kuraz and 1 Caius. So, Kuraz, you can destroy your own cards if you're getting kind of cloggy, and then draw 2 cards. Or you can, also destroy your opponent's cards, then they get to draw. Another downside with him is he can't attack during your opponent's turn, or during your turn, the turn you summon. Caius, though, he banishes a card on the field, and then if it's a dark monster, you inflict 1,000 damage to your opponent. So if you're playing against like a dark deck, which is pretty common nowadays, your opponent is going to take some damage probably. And it also affects cards that can't be destroyed, so that's good. And then for for the low level monsters, we got 3 Edia, the Heavenly Squire. What she does is when she's normal or special summoned, you could special summon 1 monster with 800 attack and 1,000 defense. Can't focus, but yeah, these guys all have 800 attack and 1,000 defense. So, yeah, it's good. And then if you special summon, like, you can't special summon herself because then you could just keep special summoning. That'd be funny. But yeah, she's pretty good. And then we got, most people play 2 of this guy. I like 3, to be honest. 3 Ados, the Underworld Squire. What he does when he's normal or special summoned, you can tribute summon an extra turn. Oh yeah, another thing about Edia is when she's sent to the graveyard, you can add like a Monarch spell or trap card from your graveyard to your hand. And then when this guy, you can remove him from play in the graveyard, banish him from the graveyard, and special summon 1 monster with 800 attack and 1,000 defense. So if you're not getting any monsters in your hand, but like you got Ados and then Edia in the graveyard, you can special summon the Edia with Ados' effect, and then special summon another monster, another Squire or Vassal from your deck. 2 Landrobe, the Rock Vassal. Many people don't like to use the Vassals. I do. Personally, I think they're quite nice. Landrobe, what he does is he's basically a Book of Moon that also special summons himself. So if your opponent has a face-up monster on the field, then you can activate this guy's effect, flip that monster face down, and special summon him. And then, you can tribute him and summon a Monarch. So, most of the Vassals, pretty much all the Vassals special summon themselves. And then for one more monster, never mind. We got 2 Mithra, the Thunder Vassal. And what she does is, you can special summon 1, you could special summon her and then special summon a Vassal token to your opponent's side of the field. What that does is just like level 1 light, I think. Yeah, level 1 light with 800 attack and 1,000 defense. Not much to her. And most of these cards don't let you use your extra deck to turn their summon. But if she's tributed for a tribute summon, you can also tribute summon an extra monster. So most of these cards have 2 effects. which makes them pretty good. Sorry, I got like a cold. It's really annoying. I got one Berlineth, the Firestorm Vassal, and to special summon this guy, you have to discard a card from your hand. That's why I don't like to play two of him. But his effect's pretty good. When he's tributed for tribute summon, you can like look at your opponent's hand, and then remove and play one card in their hand until the end phase. So it's not permanent, but you know it's still pretty good because then you get to look at your opponent's hand. And if we got like an effect failure or something, you probably want to like remove that for play and then get your Monarch plays off, and then your opponent won't be able to use it. Then for spell cards, we got 3 Domain of the True Monarchs. What this thing does is, basically, if you control a tribute summon monster, your opponent cannot use their extra deck. Also, if it tribute summon monster attacks your opponent's monster, it gains 800 attack. And then you can reduce the level of a monster with 2,800 attack and 1,000 defense. So any of the Mega Monarchs or like Heavenly Monarch, Underworld Monarch, you know, you can reduce the level of it by 2, and basically then it requires only 1 tribute to summon. So pretty good. Then got 3 Pantheism of the Monarchs. This is arguably the best card in the deck. Best spell card in the deck. So what it does is you can discard a Monarch spell trap card in your hand, draw 2 cards, and then if this is in the graveyard, you can banish it, and then select 3 Monarch spell trap cards in your deck, and your opponent chooses one to add to your hand. So basically, you can use this twice in one turn. It is so nice. It's a +1. It is definitely a +1. And then for the other spell, it's arguably the best spell in the deck, is the Monarch Stormforth. I like Pantheism better, but some people play this card a lot. It usually doesn't show up in my hand that often. I mean, sometimes I'll add it with Pantheism, but it doesn't, it's whatever. But combined with Aether, it's really good. So Monarch Stormforth, what this does is you can tribute summon during your opponent's turn, or you can tribute summon using one of your opponent's monsters this turn as a quick play spell, so you can activate it during your opponent's turn. And then Aether can be tribute summoned during your opponent's turn, so you can basically just tribute your opponent's monster to summon this guy during your opponent's turn. It's pretty funny and mean. It's really mean. When you activate it, your opponent just sort of goes, ugh. And a lot of cards, when they're tributed, don't get their effects, so it's pretty funny. And then I got 3 Return of the Monarchs. A lot of people play like less than 3. I think 3 is okay. Basically what it does is when you tribute summon a monster, you can add a Monarch from your deck to your hand. Also, it doesn't let you special summon monsters from the extra deck, as with most of these cards. I've seen like the Xyz Monarch variants. They're whatever. I think they're sort of contradicting. Like the Xyz part contradicts the Monarch part, and the Monarch contradicts the Xyz part. I'm playing 3 Tenacity of the Monarchs. This card's, it's okay. It's sort of just more deck thinning. What it does is you can reveal a Monarch in your hand, and then add a Monarch Spell Trap card from your deck to your hand. So it's not really a +1. Usually I use it. Usually I discard it with Pantheism. Then for one-offs, I got 1 Rhoda for Adia, the little heavenly thing, Squire. So if you don't get it, you can add it to your hand with that. Because you want to start off with 80 in your hand pretty much to get off your big plays first turn. And like OTKs and whatnot. Then 1 for 1, get for 80. And if you special summon 80 with 1 for 1, you can still normal summon and then tribute summon. So 1 for 1 is really good in this deck. I love 1 for 1. And Foolish Burial, send like, Eidos to the graveyard or whatever to get Eidos' effect off. You can send Eidos and add a spell trap card from your deck to your hand. Then you got 2 Prime Monarchs. So what this does is you can, if it's in your graveyard, you can banish another Monarch spell trap card in your graveyard and special summon this in defense position as a monster with 1000 attack, 2400 defense, and it's not treated as a trap card. But it's better effect. I think it's better effect. So when you activate it, you can target 2 Monarch spell trap cards in your graveyard and shuffle them into the deck, and then draw a card. So you can do that once per turn. So it's extra draw power. It's really nice. But I'm only playing 2 because I'm playing Escalation of the Monarchs. Now this card it doesn't see much use. Even like if I add it to my hand, I don't use it very often. But what it does is once per turn during your opponent's main phase or battle phase, you can tribute summon a monster. So it's really good. It's a continuous trap, but like it's only good for like specific situations. Yeah, no extra deck in this deck. For side deck, I would definitely recommend like Majesty's Fiend, Trap Eater, Effect Veiler, Max C probably. Then you know like other standard stuff like but Trap Eater and Majesty's Fiend, because I'm not maining Majesty's Fiend. I probably would for Chaos, but I don't have Majesty's Fiend. Now Trap Eater, like I wouldn't main it. I would definitely side it because people aren't gonna know people probably won't main deck their Mask of Restrict or whatever. Is it Mask of Restrict that prevents Monarchs from doing their stuff? Prevents tribute something. I think it's Mask of Restrict, right? But yeah, I wouldn't main deck Trap Eater because your opponent probably won't main deck their Mask of Restrict. But then match 2, you definitely want to put like 2 in or 3 in because your opponent's probably playing Mask of Restrict once they figure out you're playing Monarchs. So that's just sort of prediction. Anyway, thanks for watching. I will see you tomorrow maybe if I upload another video tomorrow, which hopefully I will. I'm still waiting for some stuff to come in the mail so I can make a Hero deck profile and an Evil Swarm deck profile. But also I haven't tried doing anything with like Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro or whatever. I don't really like using programs when you don't have the cards. Like, oh look, I made this awesome deck. Yeah, but do you actually have the cards for it? No. I don't like doing that. I think it's kind of cheap. Like if you want to make the deck, just like buy the cards. But you know, if you guys are okay with me using Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro, then I might do that. Because I can make a lot of decks on there. But anyway, see ya.